in which an affair unfolds, and we see the damage wrought upon the scorned. Chapter 20. Vronsky stood in the spacious and clean finished cottage, which was divided in two. Petritsky shared quarters with him in camp as well. Petritsky was asleep when Vronsky and Yashvin entered the cottage. "Get up. You've slept enough," said Yashvin, going behind the partition and giving the disheveled Petritsky, whose nose was buried in the pillow, a shove on the shoulder. Petritsky suddenly jumped to his knees and looked around. "Your brother was here," he said to Vronsky. "Woke me up, devil take him, and said he'd come back." And drawing up his blanket, he threw himself back onto the pillow. "Leave me alone, Yashvin," he said, angry at Yashvin, who was pulling the blanket off him. "Leave me alone." He turned over and opened his eyes. "You'd better tell me what to drink. There's such a vile taste in my mouth that—" "Vodka's best of all," boomed Yashvin. "Tereshenko vodka for the master. And pickles," he shouted, obviously fond of hearing his own voice. "Vodka, you think, eh?" Petritsky asked, wincing and rubbing his eyes. "And will you drink?" "Together. That's how to drink." "Vronsky, will you drink?" Petritsky said, getting up and wrapping himself under the arms in a tiger rug. He went through the door in the partition, raised his arms, and sang in French, "There was a king in Thule." "Vronsky, will you drink?" "Get out," said Vronsky, who was putting on the jacket his footman held for him. "Where are you off to?" Yashvin asked him. "Here's the troika," he added, seeing the carriage pull up. "To the stables, and I also have to see Bryansky about the horses," said Vronsky. Vronsky had indeed promised to go to Bryansky's, nearly 7 miles from Peterhof, and bring him money for the horses. He hoped he would have time to get there as well, but his comrades understood at once that he was not going only there. Petritsky, continuing to sing, winked and puffed his lips as if to say, "We know which Bryansky that is." "See that you're not late," Yashvin merely said, and to change the subject asked, "So my roan serves you well?" looking out of the window at the shaft horse he had sold him. "Wait," Petritsky shouted to Vronsky, who was already going out. "Your brother left you a letter and a note. Hold on, where are they?" Vronsky stopped. "Well?" "Where are they?" "Where are they? That's the question," Petritsky said solemnly, gesturing upwards from his nose with his index finger. "Speak up. This is stupid," Vronsky said, smiling. "I haven't made a fire. They must be here somewhere." "Well, enough babbling. Where's the letter?" "No, really, I forget. Or did I dream it? Hold on. What's the use of getting angry? If you'd drunk 4 bottles each, like I did last night, you'd forget where you flopped down. Hold on. I'll remember in a second." Petritsky went behind the partition and lay down on his bed. "Wait, I was was lying like this. He was standing like that. Yes. Here it is. And Petritsky pulled a letter from under the mattress where he had hidden it. Vronsky took the letter and his brother's note. It was just what he expected. A letter from his mother with reproaches for not coming, and a note from his brother saying that they had to have a talk. Vronsky knew it was about the same thing. What business is it of theirs? He thought, and crumpling the letters, tucked them between the buttons of his frock coat to read attentively on his way. In the front hall of the cottage he met two officers, one theirs and the other from another regiment. Vronsky's quarters were always a den for all the officers. "Where are you off to?" "I must go to Peterhof." "And has the horse come from Sarsko?" "She has, but I haven't seen her yet." "They say Makotin's gladiator has gone lame." "Nonsense. Only how are you going to race in this mud?" said the other. "Here come my saviors," cried Petritsky, seeing the men come in. His orderly was standing in front of him, holding a tray with vodka and pickles. "Yashvin here tells me to drink so as to refresh myself." "Well, you really gave it to us last evening," said one of the newcomers. "Wouldn't let us sleep all night." "No, but how we finished," Petritsky went on. "Volkov got up on the roof and said he was feeling sad. I said, 'Give us music, a funeral march.' He fell asleep on the roof to the funeral march." "Drink the vodka without fail, and then seltzer water with a lot of lemon," Yashvin said, standing over Petritsky like a mother making a child take its medicine. "And after that, a bit of champagne, say, 1 little bottle." "Now that's clever. Wait, Vronsky, let's have a drink." "No, goodbye, gentlemen. Today I don't drink." "Why? So as not to gain weight?" "Well, then we'll drink alone. Bring on the seltzer water and lemon." "Vronsky!" someone shouted when it was already in the front hall. "What?" "You should get your hair cut. It's too heavy, especially on the bald spot." Vronsky was indeed beginning to lose his hair prematurely on top. He laughed merrily, showing his solid row of teeth, pulled his peaked cap over his bald spot, went out, and got into the carriage. "To the stable," he said, and took out the letters to read them. Then changed his mind so as not to get distracted before examining the horse. Later. If you enjoy this format, please leave a like and subscribe and return tomorrow for the next chapter.